All right, Mr. Taliaferro, y'all know I stand on integrity in my brand and I don't just try to flood y'all with BS. So I do want to clarify the thumbnail. I don't usually do kids in the thumbnails, but this is Meek Mill's son in the thumbnail and his family. They're looking for exposure to this issue. So they're looking for more media exposure. I don't usually do kids. We keep kids out of this stuff because I got a really sensitive spot for kids in that public domain. I don't like it. But Meek Mill's parents, or his mom, they're doing this intentionally to put Meek in that public domain, and they're using Meek's kid to show, look, man, I want my father home. This ain't right. So that's the only reason why we're putting Meek Mill's son in the thumbnail. Y'all know I don't even do that often. It's got to be a specific case like this, and this is as crazy a situation I've ever seen in my life. So let's get to it. Breaking news into my platform: Meek Mill will not be released from incarceration. I know it's like a saga every week, right? Every week I'm coming on saying it looks like he has a chance to be released. It looks like this is it. You know what I mean? So let me just clarify this. Pretty much everyone, including prosecution and the district attorney, are on the same page of getting Meek Mill released. Now the sole premise is, look, maybe you do believe Meek Mill violated his probation a few months ago. Judge Janice Brinkley, who's the judge in this case, a black female judge, right? Maybe you do believe Meek Mill violated his probation. Maybe you're right. Maybe you could be right about that. Should Meek change his ways up? Maybe he should. But let's go back. Let's go backwards. Meek maybe shouldn't be on probation anyway, because the arresting officer, Reginald Graham, we want to give him the credit for being a corrupt cop, which is what he is, through an investigation. That Reginald Graham it's been found out through continuous research, right, and investigations, that he was a dirty cop. He was dirty. So Meek Mill and his team started out by saying, yo, there's a dirty cop in this case. Meek shouldn't have been on a 10-year probation, which is what got him incarcerated a few months ago, because Meek Mill violated that probation. I think he's like year 8 of the probation or something like that. He's close to the end, but if he keeps having probation violations, they're just gonna A, extend it, and B, hold it against him. So Meek's team started out by saying, yo, Reginald Graham, this was a corrupt cop. Meek should have never been arrested in the first place and put on this long probation. Again, I don't think Meek Mill's trying to get away from the fact that he did wrong, right, 10 years ago. I don't think Meek's trying to do that. But who knows what happened when Meek Mill was arrested. And Meek's been in public forums of saying, yo, I was a kid trying to figure it out. I was hustling, probably doing bad stuff to people, right? I don't know what specifically happened in this situation when Meek Mill was arrested. But that cop that arrested him, who knows what he might have planned on Meek. I'm just saying, who knows? So that now has moved from Meek's team to prosecution to the district attorney. Simply asked the judge in this case, Janice Brinkley, this morning, yo, don't you think it'd be a good idea to allow Meek Mill to come home until his trial? Don't you think it'd be a good idea for this probation violation actually to be thrown out altogether? Because, yo, the cop was dirty. Judge Janice Brinkley is not going for that. She says, look, pretty much, and I'm not quoting her, I'm summarizing here. She's like, look, I got other stuff on my mind. Tell you what, we'll put it off to June. Next time we'll get Meek in court and we'll talk about it then. So Meek Mill will stay in incarceration until at least his court date in June. And it's not looking great right now. As of today, right, this is an ongoing thing. So as of April 16, 2018, I got to date it now with Meek in this case because it changes so much. It's not looking great for Meek in his situation. And man, I'm like Joe Budden. I heard Joe say this on his podcast like I'm just tired of talking about it. Just get him home so we can stop talking about it, right? And I benefit off content like this, but this just disgusts me all the way around. And I don't know everything going on behind the scenes. And that bothers me because before we get this black judge, Janice Brinkley, on out of here, this is a black female judge. And we need more black female judges. We need black judges in general. I want to make sure she's not, she's not completely innocent in all this and just so happen to be in the wrong case. I want to know for a fact that she's actually doing some BS, right? I want to know for a fact that she's got some bias against Meek Mill so I can be like, yo, she's got to go before I get a black judge out of here. And I've heard black people in the legal system say, no, she's not doing anything out of the ordinary. Just so happened she has this Meek Mill high profile Philadelphia case. So I don't know, but it is ongoing. I do know this: Meek Mill will stay in incarceration until June. I do want to post a message from Kevin Hart, who talked to Meek Mill over the phone over the weekend. Said, just got off the phone with my guy Meek Mill. I love my guy. He's in a really good space and wanted me to share some things with you. Free Meek. Just had an amazing talk with Meek. I'm loving his mental right now. He is not allowing this minor setback in life to break him. Instead, he is embracing it and using it as motivation to improve on himself. He is truly displaying a different level of mental toughness. He wanted me to tell all his fans and supporters that he truly appreciates all of your support and that he loves all of you for it. All of our lives have to potentially have the potential, to be amazing stories. It's up to us to write our own story. We create our own destiny. After talking to me today, I know that he is destined for great things to come. He's been through a lot. He is so focused on telling his story and making sure the youth that's coming up under him doesn't have to go through the same thing. Stay strong, Meek. Keep your head up. We are celebrating you as soon as you get home. Now, I do think it's worth noting that when Kevin Hart delivered that message, that didn't sound like a guy that was trying to make excuses for Meek Mill. That was not a guy that looked like he was trying to say Meek Mill is innocent. Free Meek. He did nothing wrong. No, that seemed like a guy, Kevin Hart, being a real friend of Meek. Say what you want about Kevin Hart, but that sounded like a real friend saying, no, you got to clean some stuff up. You know, I'm talking to Meek. It seems like he's focused. Seems like he's not going to let that same BS get him down. That sounded like a real friend. So salute to Kevin Hart for giving us that message as he was on the phone with Meek Mill. And again, man, you just say prayers to anybody in the system, you know, and the ones that supposed to be behind bars. Let's make it clear, I want them behind bars, right? But the ones that ain't do no criminal crimes, that are behind bars, I ain't rolling, bro. Get that man home. I'm just tired of talking about it. That's an update, though. Thank you guys for the time and support. I don't take it for granted. We'll keep you updated with Meek Mill as updates hit me. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on itsmrtaliaferro.com, shawty.